Technology has always played an important role in language learning. Language labs have always been stable in many schools, providing students with listening practices to speak the newly acquired language. But those one-way conversations are a far cry from today's in-person virtual experiences where students can hold real-life conversations with the native speakers and practice their writing skills by exchanging letters and working on the products with their language co-learners. This technological change in language learning and teaching helps students and teachers considerably. In spite of these beneficial changes in language learning and teaching, students and teachers can still come across some kind of problems.
Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. My name is PARISA and today we're going to talk about the EL issues in education. So before we start, I want you to think about what we were talking last session. As you remember, we were talking about the instructional softwares, and we said that in such softwares you can teach a topic and there is a drill and practice for students to practice on their own. Also, there were some different types of such softwares like tutorial, simulation, personalized learning, and etc. Then we discussed about the strategies to select appropriate instructional software. So I want you to think, before we start the main topic, I want you to think about the problems you have faced during studying English as a student. So you may find the reasons or the solutions in following slides.
There are two types of language learning: foreign language learning and second language learning. But now we're focusing on second language learning, which consists of English learners in school with an English speaking atmosphere. For these students, English is not their mother tongue. The demanding situations inside second language education are referred to as EL issues. For these learners, English is their additional language in classrooms. ELs have opportunities for studying English due to the fact it's the majority language that is spoken all around them. Students additionally have an urgency to study the language fast due to the fact they want English for everyday tasks, employment, academic career, academic life, etc. Okay, this phase criticizes key problems, demanding situations inside second language education.
The first issue in second language education is the demands on content area teachers. The content area teachers are required to meet the linguistic and content knowledge needs of EL learners. Now we are going to describe the characteristics of ELs and responsibilities of content area teachers toward EL's linguistic development. The ELs vary with respect to their length of time in USA, experience in formal schooling, language status, exposure to English, and developmental characteristics. The most common native languages of ELs are Arabic, Spanish, Chinese, and Vietnamese. Besides the individual differences, all ELs would face with same challenges. Firstly, they should learn the content with English, which is unfamiliar or new for them. So it's very important for content area teachers to use appropriate resources and technology tools. Also, the teachers should use the skills that meet the needs of this diverse population of learners. so that the teachers can support the EL's learning and their academic successful through the school year. Now let's see what are the teachers' responsibilities for academic language development. Every teacher's responsibility is to develop academic uses of language. The Common Core State standards set clear and consistent grade-level expectations for all students in areas like reading, writing, speaking, and listening. A number of publications have suggested many ways to prepare all teachers to meet the EL's needs in a content area classroom. Despite the efforts of practitioners, researchers, and policymakers, there are still some challenges for EL students compared to their non-EL peers. To meet the educational needs of ELs, content area teachers should know that the English must be taught along with the content, and the teachers should address lexical, syntactic, and semantic features about their field. Technology helps teachers to improve their performance in the content area classroom. Some apps like Quizlet and My Wordbook 2 can push students to study academic vocabularies, which use flashcards. Also, teachers can use the Notability, which is another app to help them insert drawings, audio, pictures, homework assignments, and etc. in PDF documents. Write About This and Write Reader are some other apps for writing. They inspire students to write some stories and improve their skills in writing area. The second issue is academic and languages needs and assets of ELs. Typical grade-level content material are generally above the reading proficiency levels of EL students. Actually, there's a common problems that K-12 teachers face with, and that is to develop their students' academic language and background knowledge sufficiently to participate in mainstream classes. The good news is that technology can help teachers to overcome such problems. For example, a high school student who has a low level of proficiency but good knowledge of current events, he or she can use some websites of national and local newspapers, magazines, or television stations, and so many other things, so that the students can develop their proficiency according to their interests and about different events. Initially, the students may need the teacher's help, but after a while that they get media literacy, they can do it by their own. To improve the students' proficiency level, the teachers can use their first language of students to scaffold their learning. For example, the teachers can help students find some stories first in their native language. Also, it's helpful for students to read the texts which are designed for native English speakers who are younger than them. The Reading Rainbow is a useful digital library which has books and videos for young readers, but it can be also useful for older EL students. The International Children's Digital Library is another resource which has many books for children from age 3 to 13 years old. These instructional technology resources are most effective when they are used by considering students' needs and problems. It's important for teachers to design tasks and provide support and feedback, so that by providing these resources and helps by teacher, the students can improve their levels of proficiency so that the learning could be done successfully.
In many EL settings, teachers need to be proficient at their subject matters. Technology enables teachers to differentiate their instruction ways through softwares that assist in tracking individual students' work on their writing, reading, speaking, and listening skills. On the other hand, some kind of applications like Grammar Check and Grammar Flip allow students to have instant feedback and can offer students to apply new information through writing exercises. Moreover, Grammar App and English Center can offer much individual attention and learning support to ELs in a comfortable and engaging environment. With multimedia sources like BBC Learning English and Voice of America, students can practice spoken language by imitating and modeling local people. Efforts to prepare students for the mainstream in classroom and in English require building on some background information in the content area. One of the easiest ways to do is to build on the resources of the student's native language. This serves as a dual purpose. Teachers facilitate the development of their students' native language and English language skills, and students can think that their native languages are important and valid. Technology assists teacher in using the student's native language even if students don't use the native language that common. Teacher can prepare word lists thanks to some applications. Mobile device applications and machine translation can help translating a language into another. Teachers can use tools such as BEYAZIT online translation, Google Translate, to look up the key content words in their students' native languages or translate some simple instructions on a project.
Technology, tools, and resources offer practical ideas and activities for extended practice in class and at home. Yet, for this practice to be effective, content area teachers must be able to select appropriate technology tools for content and language learning, as well as be able to train ELs using them effectively for learning. They can seek guidance from a complementary set of technology standards targeted to language learning released by TESOL. Some of standards for teachers are integration of technology and language, pedagogy, feedback and assessment, and finally communication and collaboration. Some learner goals are foundational technological skills, ethical and socially appropriate usage.